Hey everybody, today, third eye activation secrets.
In this episode, third eye dangers. I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
From
ZenRoseGarden.com.
Yes.
Helping people create
badass lives. So what are some third eye negative effects that you might experience?
or dangers to be wary of.
Yes. Well, let's kind of preface where a lot of the mystique around third eye dangers came from originally. So back in the day, way back in the day.
Way back in the day.
Right. When you began to exhibit some sort of aptitude for psychic awareness or healing, you would be sent to the local shaman in your little village or the local guru to learn some stuff. So keep in mind that these were small communities and the shaman or the medicine person had a responsibility to the community. So their responsibility was to take you as the student and to help you stabilize your gifts. What I mean by that is they would first work you through the wax on and the wax off of stabilizing and getting rid of your fears.
You got that, Daniel-san?
Right. And so all these in the Caretta Cases. So the shaman or the teacher or the guru wants to make sure that you are mentally stable before they set you off into the community with your gifts to do actual work, because they didn't want you to lose your mind or have your ego get in the way or have your fears get in the way and actually cause harm to the community. So they had a big responsibility. So putting the fear into you, like there are dangers, you have to build your foundation, was for a reason. If you open your third eye too fast, all this stuff could happen.
And the reason for that is to build your foundation first before you get the hidden secret knowledge. Because if you don't have a solid foundation before you start delving into the expanded awareness, you're going to crumble. That's just the way it works.
So this has validity in our time period because we are impatient. We want to develop our gifts really fast, and then we want to get out there and we want to use them as fast as possible so we can be cool.
Yes.
But what happens if you haven't stabilized your gifts is that you still bring your fears to the table, and your fears might become a filter that you see through when you bring the psychic information into your brain and out of your mouth. They pass through this muddy filter of your fears, and you deliver these messages that aren't really clear. There's some truth to them, but they might be a little bit muddy.
And what happens when you have fear inside of yourself that you haven't worked on is that you're going to give a message based out of your fear.
And here's why that's so important. When someone is coming for a reading or something like that from an intuitive or a healer, they're usually coming in a state of trauma of some kind because they are looking for healing or self-growth or something. And when a person is in a state of trauma, they're very much open to suggestion. So when you give them an answer, and they may make a decision for their life based out of your fear.
Or your suggestion. And if your suggestion is based in fear, then you've just given them a time bomb waiting to go off.
So that's a big responsibility that you have as an intuitive to make sure that your messages are not coming out of fear, or that you continually work on your own self-growth so that your messages and your work can be as clear and as neutral as possible.
You want to work for the light, you have to become the light.
So it's no different today than it was back in the day. It's just that back in the day you had a shaman to watch you and make sure that you worked on your stuff. Now you kind of have to be a little bit more self-responsible with your own self-growth.
It's pretty much up to you. Are you going to work on your fear, or are you going to let your fear consume your message?
We want to give a big shout out to our valued subscriber,
Lindy Johnson.
Thank you so much for commenting recently and for supporting us. We appreciate it more than you know. Mwah! For more badass life tips, be sure to subscribe.
And click that bell to turn notifications on.
And we'll see you in the next video.